Reflections of Russian Statesman by Konstantin Petrovich Pobyedonostseff. Chapter 9. Knowledge and Work. Since the first awakening of thought and its first manifestation in our society, the value and necessity of knowledge have been preached on every side, until the very idea of enlightenment in the minds of the most intelligent has been confounded with extent of learning. Everywhere we see an extension of programs in the higher, intermediate, and even elementary schools. Everywhere we find incompetent masters hastily appointed merely to fill vacancies. Everywhere the formalism of examinations and inspecting commissions. Everywhere a host of journals treating about every known thing and some others, which swell the heads of their readers with a mass of confused and disordered information. The deplorable result is the increase of a pretended intelligence with a high opinion of itself, which lacks that for which all true knowledge is meant, that is, the ability to accomplish work, to accomplish it with conscience and skill, and to make it the interest of life. To every man a task is appointed, which, to understand, he must make a part of himself, and concentrate his powers upon. Do not go beyond the limits of thy destiny, said the ancient oracle. Do not go beyond the limits of thy work. He who dissipates his powers in many directions distracts his thoughts, enfeebles his will, and loses the power of concentration upon work. Distracted by the impulse of curiosity and the desire to know, men cannot amass and concentrate the reserve of vital force necessary for the free transition from knowledge to action. However great the knowledge acquired by the trifler, all is unfruitful if he cannot concentrate his powers and direct them to work. By itself, knowledge educates neither the understanding nor the will. Of this we see examples daily. Daily we meet clever men, gifted with strong memories and imaginations, cultivated and learned, yet resourceless in the decisive moment when a judgment is required for work, or a firm word in council. Our life, both private and public, through the complexity of its relations and the confusion of its ideas and tastes, demands continually a quick and firm decision. Yet, when such decisions are required, we find men approaching questions, not with firm steps, but by roundabout paths. In these moments, a man of clear conscience and will, capable of apprehending all the relations of the subject, is more valuable for practical work than a multitude of feeble and vacillating minds. From such causes spring the formalism and unfruitfulness of many councils and conferences which are held among us. Men deliver judgments without troubling to concentrate their minds upon the subject of speech. The best orator is not he who searches for means to confound his adversary with the little arm of casuistry or the torrents of splendid imprecation, but he who, inspired by a clear apprehension of the affair he deals with, expresses his thoughts clearly and firmly, not he who, confusing light and shade, can provide that white is black and that black is white, but he who straightly and firmly says that white is white and that black is black. The best judge is not he who analyzes by the standard of a hair every claim in defense, and delivers judgment conformably to the formalities of jurisprudence, but he who, looking only to essential rights, with clear thought penetrates to the essence of the relations between the litigants. The best general is not he who has studied in detail the history of all battles and of all strategies, but he who, in the critical moment, realizes his condition, his locality, and his strength, and with a strong exertion of will decides the fate of battle.